Imagine playing a game of chess, where every move you make directly influences your opponent's next options and sets the stage for the entire game. In poker, one small decision can have a ripple effect, shaping the entire hand. Have you ever wondered how your initial bet on the flop can dramatically change the way the turn and river play out? Flop bet sizing directly and significantly impacts future streets by dictating the size of the pot, influencing your opponent's calling or folding range, and establishing your perceived hand strength. It is a critical strategic decision that sets the stage for the entire hand, often determining how much money you can win or lose, and what information you project to your opponent. The core mechanism behind this influence is the pot odds you offer to your opponents and the psychological message your bet sends. A larger bet requires your opponent to have a stronger hand to call profitably, narrowing their range to better holdings. Conversely, a smaller bet might invite more calls, keeping weaker hands and draws in the pot, which can be both an advantage and a risk. Your bet size also directly builds the pot, meaning that every subsequent bet on the turn and river will also be larger, potentially leading to a much bigger final pot. To effectively use flop bet sizing, consider a few practical approaches. If you have a very strong hand, using a larger bet can build a bigger pot for future value, but you must be careful not to scare off all your opponents. When bluffing, a smaller bet might sometimes representing a strong hand that wants to see more cards cheaply, or it could be a weak attempt to steal the pot. A more common approach is to use a consistent bet size across a wide range of hands, known as a polarized or merged betting strategy, which makes it harder for opponents to read your exact holding. An insider detail to consider is the concept of a. One way to think about this is through block betting, which is a small bet on the turn or river often used out of position to control the pot and define your opponent's range. Flop sizing can create opportunities for these later street plays. Another interesting dynamic is how flop sizing influences stack-to-pot ratio, or SPR, which is crucial for deep stack play. A larger flop bet reduces the SPR more quickly, simplifying later decisions by committing more of your stack relative to the pot, while a smaller bet keeps the SPR higher, allowing for more complex play on later streets. Ultimately, mastering flop bet sizing transforms your poker game from merely reacting to actively shaping the hand. By understanding how your initial bet impacts pot dynamics, opponent ranges, and perceived strength, you gain invaluable control. This allows you to not only extract maximum value from strong hands but also to execute successful bluffs and navigate challenging situations with greater confidence and strategic foresight, making every street a calculated step towards your goal.